Okay, today we are going to be working with the I can statements of I can recognize images showing the transformation of translation, reflection, and rotation, as well as I can identify congruent figures and explain that orientation has no effect on congruence. So you should have 2 pieces of red paper as well as your 2 pages of transformation information. We're going to start with the red paper. Go ahead and put them both landscape and on top of each other just like this. Then you're going to take the top piece and slide it over about there. Okay, does everybody see? Good. Put your hand so it holds it still and pick up both pieces and fold it over. So all of your spots are about the same width. And crease. And you're going to want to crease really well. Okay. And now we've got a waterfall foldable. Now our I can statements of I can identify congruent figures and explain that orientation has no effect on congruence is what we're going to start with. And we're going to look at the figures on our piece of paper here. They are all polygons. And as you can see, all of these figures are congruent to each other. Congruency means same size, same shape. So if we look at these 2 rectangles, they are both the same size and the same shape. These 2 trapezoids are the same size and the same shape. The 2 triangles are the same size and the same shape. And these 2 pentagons are the same size and the same shape. And that's extremely important when we're doing transformations because we cannot translate or reflect or rotate any of these items unless the original figures are congruent. If they are not congruent, but they're the same shape, just different sizes, one is bigger than the other, that's what we call similar. If they are nothing alike, then they would be neither congruent or similar, they would be non-congruent. So, now we're going to get into the actual foldable. You've got 2 pieces that look just like this. What you're going to do is cut along the dotted lines for each of your words, and then cut each of your figures out along the solid black line. So go ahead and do that now. Now that you have finished, we are going to start putting together our foldable. And we're going to start with this first piece right here. Figures that have the same blank and blank are congruent. And as we just said before, figures that have the same shape and same size are congruent. So that's what we're going to write. Figures that have the same shape and size are congruent. And then we're going to take our 2 figures that are both rectangles, and we're going to show that these 2 are congruent by the same size and the same shape. So go ahead and glue those items down. Now that we have glued down our figures of congruency, at the bottom of it I'm going to put a little asterisk and I'm going to write the word similar and define that, just because similar is similar to congruent but not the same. So similar means same shape different size. Now that we have completed the congruency portion of our foldable, we are going to start with the transformation portion. Now, transformations are the way that these congruent shapes can move along a plane. So we're going to start with the word translation. So find the word translation and glue it right here on your first flap. A translation has the letters SL in the middle of the word, and I underlined them for you. A translation is a slide. So we are going to glue the word slide to the top flap. So therefore, when we close it, we still see the word translation, and we open up and see the word slide. And with our translation, we are going to use the triangles. And we are going to show translation through modeling these two triangles. This is my original triangle. It is going to stay stationary. A slide is when I move my other figure in any direction, but I do not change orientation, meaning the triangles are still exactly in the same position. They look exactly the same. If I put this triangle on top of this triangle, it is exactly the same, which shows congruency. So because these are congruent figures, I can show a translation by sliding another figure in any direction. Again, did I turn? No. I kept my triangle in the same orientation and just slid it to a new location on the page. Please go ahead and glue your triangles down now.